Hi guys, today I'm gonna update you on my 5-star predictions. So as I said in my last video, I really kind of want to do this on a regular basis because I find them a lot of fun. I have not quite figured out the format and like how often I want to do it. I think last time I said I'm just gonna do it every time that I have 5 new predictions, but I just learned that this is not the best format because obviously I also always want to wrap up the predictions that I read. So I've already read 4 of the predictions, and so I wanted to wrap them up today, but I don't yet have 5 new ones because it hasn't been that long since I did my last predictions. So what I decided to do is I today will wrap up the 4 ones that I have read since the last video. I will then quickly mention again the 3 ones that are now left, and then just add 2 new ones that I think might be 5-star reads, so that then I'm on a full 5 again, and then whatever happens next, I either read another 4 or 5 and then we'll wrap them all up, or I will have new ones. We're just kind of gonna do this whenever I feel like it. Whenever I feel like it's time to do another video. I just don't want these to be too long, and I feel like if, you know, by the time I have 5 new ones, I might have read like 7 of the last predictions. So I thought we just kind of, you know, there's no strict rules here, guys. So first, since that last video, I have read The Names They Gave Us by MacLeod. Now, this one was definitely, well, I liked the book a lot. I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads, so it's not the 5 stars. And it's also something, you know, how sometimes I have like a 4-star book or a 4.5-star book, and I'm like, even though it's not a 5-star, it's successful. With this one, my kind of personal rating would probably be more of a 3.75, and I wouldn't really consider this successful. The book is great, and I think it deserves all of the love it gets, but for me, I think I was definitely expecting a little bit too much. But yeah, it's definitely a great book. I would still highly recommend it. I think it has a lot of amazing aspects, but I think I just wanted a little bit more from it. I guess it's neutral. It's not like unsuccessful, not successful. It's like somewhere in between, and at least it made me read this very soon. So that's always like, I feel like it's becoming a successful series because I actually end up reading the ones that I put on this list. So that's good. The next one I read was Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. Now this one was definitely successful. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars, and it was very close to 5 stars. I think it was a little bit too short to get full 5 stars. I think I would have wanted a little bit more in general, but I absolutely love this book, and I loved so many aspects of it. And I think I said it in my predictions that I really don't want this book to do any amazing crazy thing. All I want is a pirate story and a good romance. That's exactly what it did, and it did some more things. I loved the main character so fucking much, and I loved her portrayal as a like really kind of feminine, femme-looking kind of pirate. Like, you can be badass and wear dresses. I just really appreciated that portrayal, and I just was incredibly happy about this book in general. Then I have Echo After Echo by Amy Rose Capetta, and this one is the most successful out of all of my 5-star predictions because this is the first book that got 5 stars. I had a couple 4.5, had a couple sequels that were doing well, but Echo After Echo is the first prediction that got the full 5 stars. It was absolutely beautiful. It does everything right. It has a wonderful female-female romance. It has a wonderful, interesting, intriguing characters in general. The mystery plot is really the like smallest thing in there because there's so much more packed into it, and especially the theater aspect and just kind of the way being an actor was portrayed, and men in the industry and entitlement over bodies. All of these things were done in an amazing way. It was absolutely perfect. I love this. I am so happy, and this is another one where I'm pretty sure putting it on my predictions list has made me read it a little bit sooner than I would have. So very grateful, absolutely loved it. And finally, I just read Heart of Ayran by Ashley Poston. Now, I just posted a review of this, so you can check that out. This is probably the most disappointing one so far. It's definitely a lot due to the fact that I went into it with such high expectations, so definitely my own fault for a lot of it, but also just really kind of boring and mediocre. I think the characters are great, the characters are wonderful, but I was just not able to get emotionally invested, and that's just something that's like a no-go for me. Like, I need to be emotionally invested in these kinds of stories, especially as this is a really character-driven story. And as I said, I like the characters, I was just not able to get emotionally invested. I thought the plot was boring, I thought the world building was not really super interesting. The villain was boring, which is a huge factor for me. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I didn't hate it, and I don't think it's a bad book. I just wanted so much more from it, and it wasn't able to deliver. So that's definitely a sad kind of ending to this wrap up. So now onto my future predictions. Quickly, let's get through the 3 ones that are still left from the other 2 videos. The first one is The Girl of Fire and Thorns by Ray Carson. This guy has got to be a priority because this has been on my Kindle for forever. I honestly don't want to go another kind of episode of these 5-star predictions without having read this one. I think next time, like, I can't do another one of these videos without having read that one. It's time. And then I have 3 Dark Crowns by Kendall Blake. This is actually on my TBR for this month. So, you know, I'm just gonna stay optimistic and hope that I will read it very, very soon. And finally, I have The Falconer by Elizabeth May, which I'm not really foreseeing reading that very soon, but it's on the list and we'll just see. So these are the 3 ones that I have already mentioned before, and then the 2 other ones that I want to add, so I'm at a full 5 again, is first off Court of Fives by Kate Elliott. It's just that the more I hear about this, the more I get excited about it. I hear so many great things about Kate Elliott as a science fiction and fantasy writer. I think this is the kind of fantasy that I will really, really love. The main character and the general dynamics this book gives me is just really good. I think it has a lot to do with friendship, but I think it also has a romance in it. So it just really sounds like something that I would really, really love, and I want to love this. So I'm putting it on here. This is definitely a little bit of a gamble. It's another one where it's like, I just want to love this, so I'm just putting it on here. I make the rules. And finally, I have These Rebel Waves by Sarah Rash. Now, I got an arc of this just a couple of weeks ago, and I wanted to cry. Genuinely wanted to cry. I think this book only comes out in August, which is just unbelievable, and I don't want to read it too soon, but at the same time I want to read it very soon because it sounds absolutely amazing. It's one of my most anticipated releases of the year. It is a YA fantasy and pirates, guys. It's pirates, and I mean, let's talk about pirates. Went well last time, so I feel like, you know, why not? And it has queer romances in there. I don't think that the author ever specified which kind of representation we'll find in there and what the relationships are gonna be, but you know, queer romances always sounds good. I don't know, everything about this sounds really, really amazing. Out of all of the ones on this list currently, I think this is the one that I have the most faith in, which sometimes can go very, very wrong, but honestly, I don't even think so. Like, honestly, I think I will really love this because it just sounds like the book for me. Anyway, so this was my kind of 3rd episode of 5-star predictions. And as always, I want to know your thoughts and opinions. What did you think of the books that I wrapped up? What do you think of the books that I'm still planning to read? If you have read them, do you love them? Do you hate them? Do you think I will enjoy them? And maybe you can also leave some books in the comments down below that you think will be your next 5-star reads. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I guess I'll see you soon. Bye!